Hi, I'm Ed Haponik, and welcome to the Fixed Axle Learn section at Yo-Yo Expert. Thanks to Yo-Yo Expert and Andre for having us on here. Basically, fixed axle yo-yos are the original yo-yo, right? They don't have any moving parts. They don't have an axle, a transaxle or a ball bearing axle that allows them to spin for a long time. So when you throw a sleeper, it's going to give you a couple seconds and then it's going to spin out. So you don't have a lot of time to work with. For that reason, for a long time, fixed axle yo-yos have been seen as kind of a beginner's tool, right? You throw a sleeper and then you pull it back, or you throw a forward pass and you bring it back, or maybe a couple of loops, right? But beyond that, you're not going to do, it's been perceived that you're not going to do very advanced tricks. That's not so much the case anymore because you have people who are kind of coming up with, tricks that are a little bit more advanced and that suit fixed axle yo-yos really well. One of those examples is stalls, right? Stalls are tricks where the yo-yo is kind of in a mount in space, but it's not spinning, right? Obviously this yo-yo is not spinning right now. And since it's not spinning, I can kind of move it around a little bit off plane, right? And its angular momentum doesn't, cause it to just stay rigid in space like it does with a spinning yo-yo. So unlike a ball bearing yo-yo or a modern unresponsive yo-yo, you can have a little bit more freedom once you're in a stall. You can take a minute, you can come up with a mount within the stall, you can flip the stall around, you can do a lot of things with it, right? So fixed axle yo-yos kind of offer their own challenge, right? They're not really basic tools unless you treat them that way. First stall we're going to look at is just an undermount stall, right? And obviously an undermount is where you throw the yo-yo into this kind of position, right? So if you don't know that, I would definitely go back and learn that off the regular 1A section. In fact, if you haven't done 1A section all the way up to maybe expert level, you should probably look at that before you get too deep into this. You can do this as a beginner, but it's probably easier if you've learned some of the basic tricks. You should also learn some of the basic looping tricks, maybe up to shoot the moon, because we'll be referencing those tricks for sure. So in any case, an undermount stall, you're going to throw the yo-yo down. Instead of throwing it into a real power throw sleeper, you're just going to bring it back to the hand, right? As it comes back to the hand, as it climbs the string, you're going to intercept the string with your index finger on your free hand, right? And that's going to cause it to jump into this mount. You got to be precise because you have to land it right between the halves, right? So that it's going to stick there. And you have to give it a little bit of slack, right? So that when the yo-yo hits the string, it doesn't just bounce off, right? Otherwise, it's going to go like that, right? It's going to pop right off. So you can't be too rigid. You have to be a little bit more loose, right? And kind of let it climb and let it mount, right? So that's your undermount stall. And a lot of tricks depend on stalls like this. Trapeze stall will be the next one, right? Same idea, but it's going to be off to the side, right? So undermount stall is kind of your most basic entry-level trick into progressive fixed axle play. But welcome, and we hope you stick around.